So this was quite a funny clip that I saw.
Did you take? Fuck the woman! Fuck the woman!
What? No, wait. We love women. We love women. We love women.
But not like transgenders.
Yes, sir. We love everybody. No.
All gays should die.
Yeah, merch, preach. What have I done?
Can I get in the video? Fucking talk. Can I get in the video?
Yeah. Talk to him.
Yo, what's up?
Yeah.
Did you take?
What is good, chat? How are we doing today? Welcome to another show, all right? Because this one exposes it all right? Because we're talking about Sneako right now, and obviously, when has not Sneako been exposed, all right? I mean, he's always getting exposed. And this time, he's getting exposed for what he brags about the most. Now, guys, put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. And if you can hear me, let's make sure we get the likes up, huh? How about we do that? Help me out here. All right, likes are free. Show is a show, but we got to get into this because this right here is money. Now, listen, we can criticize Sneako. And you know, a lot of people have. They've criticized him on his religion. They've criticized him on his grifting. They've criticized him on how he's an empty vessel for other people's ideologies to just shit right in there. So, I mean, realistically, you can make the kind of observation and conclusion that Sneako, you know, doesn't have a mind of his own, right? So he gets criticized for just about that. But Sneako always manages to have some kind of excuse, right? Whether, these guys are haters, or these guys, they just want my clout, or these guys, you know, they're not rich enough, or, which is my personal favorite, these guys, they don't understand how I'm changing men's lives, all right? I, right now, myself, Sneako, we are going out there, and my message is changing lives and transforming people for the better, all right? So you people who are criticizing me, all right, y'all aren't even going out there and helping these men. No one out there are helping these young men aside from Sneako, all right? So he would throw that up there as a defense, okay? And most people would just sit there and, you know, acknowledge it because realistically, there's no data gathering services on who analyzing who Sneako has helped in the past, and if his bullshit Andrew Tate knockoff course actually helps young men out there, right? So up until now, we haven't really seen the full impact Sneako and his messaging has on the world out there. We just heard him brag about how it's helping so many men. Well, recently there was a video that came out and somebody sent it to me. Shout out to you in the chat. I appreciate you. I don't know if you're in the chat or not, but shout out to you for sending me this video. But Abba and Preach ended up dropping a video as a follow-up response because I was about to go ahead and react to this. When I saw this video, I was like, oh, this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. I mean, what better way to prove that this dude Sneako is a moron. Not only is he a moron, but the messaging these people push are actually toxic to a lot of these young men. Now, for a long time, we've been saying these things, but well, we're just called haters, clout chasers, and we don't know what, we don't really understand how Redpill's really out there helping these young men, help improve the lives of these boys. Well, we've seen firsthand just what kind of impact a lot of Sneako and the Redpill's messaging has on a lot of young men. And hindsight 2020, I hate to say this, but I told you that it's not so nice, because a lot of these young men, they're running around saying fuck the trans. They're running around saying fuck lesbians or all this LGBTQ. They're over here talking about fuck women, right? These little runts are being trained. They're barely even puberty yet. They're being trained to hate women based off the ideology this motherfucker's been putting out there. So I just want to gloat, okay? Let me gloat for 1 second, okay? Because Sneako, after this, you need to stop with this nonsense of your content changing lives and transforming and helping men, because this proves that the only person your content and your style has served to help is you, Sneako. You actually disexposed. You haven't made an impact on the world. Matter of fact, you've made it that much worse, especially for the next generation. It's so much so, even Sneako himself was surprised what these little Sneako bots were out here yelling and screaming, just jumping out, fuck women, fuck women. No, we respect women, right? Right? What have I done? Yeah. What have you done, Sneako? What have you done? Maybe the people who are criticizing you because they know that, these type of ideologies don't really help in the real world. Maybe those people were on to something. Maybe it wasn't that people were hating on you, because I know that's the first thing y'all want to, run to. Oh, they're hating on us. They just want the clout. They just want this. They want that, right? They want clout. They want clout. That's it, right? And that's all you guys keep repeating. Y'all know that the newest John Wick movie, right? That Klaus guy, where he's like Groot, where he's just like, I am Klaus, right? That's Sneako. I want clout. I want clout, right? So that's the thing. They want to talk about everybody being a clout chaser. They want to talk about everyone being a hater. But actuality, you guys are avoiding the real criticisms that we've been levying, how dangerous these types of ideologies are to young boys. Everybody ignored us. Everybody say we're hating, but this is first-hand view of it. So we're going to react to the video, all right? And then we're going to go into Abba and Preacher's reaction, because I found it absolutely hilarious. But again, if this is the type of response we are seeing IRL, with a lot of these young kids who look up to guys like Sneako, look up to guys like Andrew Tate, Fresh and Fit, and any one of these red pillars, just imagine the brain damage these bozos online have been causing to the minds of these young men. And you bozos have the balls, the unmitigated gall, to come at me. Meanwhile, y'all have been spreading these messages to young kids. I would have to say, effectively speaking, the red pill has done more damage to the minds of young men than actually helping anybody. I think after this red pill is done and said and done, and who knows, it might take 5 years, it might take 10 years. We don't actually know when this thing is going to get over. We thought it was going to get over, but then Republicans are now grifting into this space, which is breathing new life, unfortunately, into a lot of these pill poppers. So that's very unfortunate. But I'm letting y'all know right now, all of these ideologies, I'm sorry, get too far ahead of myself here. All these ideologies are not helping people. All right. In fact, I would argue they are making the world a worse off place, especially not only for young men, but for the young girls who are going to grow up to be dating these very same men that are being corrupted. So, as we get into the video, chat, let's go ahead and hit the like button. Okay, likes are free, so is the show, because this shit, it's about to get crazy. And if you agree with me, generally speaking, about how toxic this ideology is, all right, and this is not on some hating shit or clout chasing shit or whatever it is, if you genuinely think that this stuff is actually damaging to young boys, then go ahead and hit a like in the video. And if you haven't liked yet, I'm going to give you a reason why you might want to hit that like button, because again, this is more than just clowning red pill people. I love it because it's funny. I mean, there's no one funnier than red people, the clown. But at the end of the day, they're still doing things that are incredibly damaging. So yeah, we can try to bring attention to this with comedy as best we can, but ultimately it's up to you guys to basically spread the word about how damaging this shit is. Like, and this is me being serious. I am dead ass being serious with y'all. Like, after seeing this, like these young kids talking about fuck women, that's crazy. That's serious. We have listen, I could predict a serious crisis on our hands within the next future. All right, next 10, 15 years, when a lot of these young men start to reach the age of maturity and realize they've wasted their lives dealing with you red pill fuckers this entire time. It's honestly sad and damaging just to see the result that is happening. So again, if you see other people with content who are criticizing these guys and you like what they say, go ahead and spread the word. Spread the word on this video too as well. But the best thing you can realistically do, chat, is just hit the like button. I mean, it helps. It gets more eyes on and gets these guys exposed a lot more. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video here of Sneako, pretty much getting a dose of his own reality when it comes to how his fans actually absorbed his messaging.
Clip that I saw.
What'd you say? Fuck the woman, fuck the woman.
What? No.
And look, Sneako's genuinely shocked by that, right? So the first thing the young man says, Andrew Tate. So, okay, we can't deny Andrew Tate's influence when it comes to young men around that age. We can't deny it. It's bona fide. So he's jumping up and down. Andrew Tate. Next words out of his mouth, fuck women. And Sneako is genuinely surprised about that. But Sneako, why are you genuinely surprised about that? Why is this kid, who is a big fan of yours apparently, shouting, fuck women? Why does that surprise you? Oh, wait a minute. Could it be that for the first time in Sneako's life, he is being held up a mirror and literally he's staring back at the bullshit he's been spewing online this entire time? He's staring back at the results, because you see a bunch of these young kids over here. He's staring back at the results of the messaging he's been spewing this entire time, and he's genuinely shocked because he can't honestly believe that the kids actually are taking this message to heart and saying fuck women. Whoa. That's not what I'm all about. Sneako's not about fuck women, but no, Sneako, that's what they know you for. That's what they know Andrew Tate for. That's what they know a lot of these red pillars for. And again, you can't get mad at us for talking about how bad your messaging and ideology is when it's actually ruining the lives of young men. Even you are shocked, Sneako. Think about it. And you know what's crazy? Let this be proof that whenever you hear one of these pill-popping weirdos talk about, I save lives, we help young men, or Myron, saving children, guys, saving children was good. I can't even. But saving you guys, you incels, you morons out there that hang on my every word. Saving y'all niggas, that was even better. Got a full of Myron Gaines, my boy, talking about saving young men. Is this the messaging that you're saving them from right here, Myron? Is this the kind of saving you've been doing? Oh, goodness me. See, this is what I've been talking about. We have to do and conduct official research into the claims of the amount of men these people are saying that are being helped by their messaging. Because I'm clear on this. I don't think any of these young men are being helped. I think they feel as though they're being helped because, you know, they get some of this feel-good charge, you know, when these red pills spew their little pill-popping bullshit. But at the end of the day, they are not getting any valuable skills to help them succeed in life. Instead, we're making mini Andrew Tates who are brain rotten, all right, and ripe for the manipulation that you guys have set up. So, again, I am telling you right now, Fresh and Fit, if they're sitting there talking about how much lives of men they've saved, it's cap. It's all cap. They're lying, okay? This is the future generation of the product Fresh and Fit has been selling. Let's continue, because this is gold.
No, wait. We love women. We love women.
But not like transgenders.
Yes, sir. We love everybody.
No. So Sneako's trying to fix it. Whoa. We love women, right? And the kid's like, whoa, Sneako, you see the kid's genuinely confused. That young man right here, he is genuinely confused. Because he's like, wait a minute. But Sneako, you, I've heard you say that before. I mean, what do you mean? Okay. Oh, I get it. Okay, so maybe not the women, but yeah, fuck the transsexuals, right? Fuck the LGBT. Let's fuck the. Okay, because look at the kid's face here. He's trying to read Sneako because he's confused. He's like, wait a minute. I thought you'd be proud of me, Papa. I said, fuck the women. Why are you not proud? And Sneako's like, no, you making me look bad. That's IRL. IRL. I switched content. Y'all forgot I grifted into IRL. This is all live, okay? So don't embarrass me live. We love women, right? Yeah, we don't like the trans ones, okay? Yeah, just not the trans ones, right? Right? And she goes like, oh, no, don't say that. Now you're making me sound hateful. Don't say that. We love everybody, right? We love everybody. Kids like, huh? That's not, time out. That's not what you've been preaching. We don't love everybody. We don't like the, I thought we got to ask the Jew question. I thought we got to ask the question about LGBTQ. I'm sorry, Jack. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to keep it together. I really am. This shit is all too fucking funny. I'm sorry. There goes my monetization. We only 14 minutes, 60 minutes into the live. Chat, please help me out with the like button. I can't help it. I can't help myself. But listen, this kid looks genuinely confused because he's like, hey, wait, I thought we hate people online. Why are you switching up, Sneako? He looking at Sneako like he switched up. Let's continue. Let's continue, bro. This shit is
we love everybody. No.
Okay, yeah, merch, preach.
Listen to that. And these kids are trying to impress him. And again, kids are innocent. All right. So I'm not really even going to put the fault on the kids, right? Even though it's shit's hilarious. I'm not going to put the fault on the kids. At the end of the day, as a grown man, I understand the nature of children. All right. I have one myself, so I understand how that works. They are very, very impressionable. We understand that. But do you hear what these kids are saying? Like, can you hear what these kids are saying? Right? These are hateful messages that are being spread. Look what this guy, look at these kids are saying. Look how happy. If you guys didn't hear what these kids are jumping up and down and being happy to, let me just rewind that, okay? And you let me know if this is the kind of ideology we want these red pill helping our young boys with. Let me just play that back just a little bit. Watch these kids jump up and down, right? Let's watch. Look at Sneako in his infinite days. He can't believe his high value ears. Right?
Yeah, merch, preach.
Yes, sir. We love everybody.
Okay.
No.
Okay,
yeah,
Saving lives, huh? Is this the life you're kind of saving? Huh? You're saving lives so much that these young men want the lives of other people who don't live like them to die. I mean, it's funny up until now. This is not funny. Now all of a sudden, this ain't funny no more. This young kid doesn't know what the fuck he's saying. Talking about gay shit die. Where would he in the right mind get that ideology from? You tell me. Where on the internet could he have possibly learned that ideology from as a young man? You see what we talk about when we talk about hatred and racism and things like that, people who are having these homophobia or homophobic things, these hatred ideologies, all right, when we tell you they're taught at home, we're not kidding. All right, when you see kids coming out here who have certain ideologies that can lean on the racial side, all right, you got to understand, first of all, I'm not blaming the kid for being a little racist. I'm not blaming that kid. All right, I blame the foundation that he came from. All right, what was that foundation built upon for this kid to come out here and spew the nonsense that he's spewing? You can't blame the kid. You got to blame where the foundation stemmed from. All right, and when you look into it, the parents aren't great either. They're not. Again, kids are eager to impress whoever they deem as though is the adult role model or someone they view as a solid role model in their lives. And in this case, look at how they're jumping up and down with joy. Kill the gays. That's what they're jumping around for. And all to impress Sneako. Again, I've got to ask the question, what lives are they saving here? I gotta put this into context, because this is the biggest thing they like to shove in our faces whenever we level criticism against them, right? Oh, we're saving young men's lives and we're helping them adapt and be smarter and be richer and whatnot. So is this kind of ideology making kids smart, or is it making them retarded? Because I'm sorry, this is a dumbass ideology. If my kid if that was my kid on camera jumping like that, little Scooter would get his hat smacked off, all right? And he's not seeing the light of day for 3 months. Guaranteed. Matter of fact, we taking away his PS5, computer, internet, everything. We cutting it off. It's a black zone when you go to that dude's room right now. All right? Again, this kid's parents probably doesn't know he watches a guy like Sneako, which is all the more sad. M. Dot with the $10 super chat. Shout out to you. This is further proof that RP is to men what feminism is to women in terms of fostering envy, resentment for the opposite gender. That's facts, because you notice what the first thing the young man said. Oh, fuck the women, fuck the women. All right, that was the first thing. Again, it shows you that the gender war, Sneako, and all these other red pills have been perpetuating actually has seeped into the minds of these young men to the point where they're sitting there, yeah, women ain't shit. Yeah, fuck them. Yeah, I'm with you. Like that's crazy. That's insane. All right, so you're absolutely right. I would say the RP at this point, if this is the next generation, it has done worse, okay, than whatever people are trying to claim how good the RP is. This is the end result when Sneako, when Andrew Tate, when guys like Fresh and Fit, Myron and Walter, they're all taking the red pill shit too damn far. More deep with the $5 super chat. Shout out to you. He says, did you hear about the 11-year-old boy throwing a basketball at a girl for rejecting him while she was riding a bike? Insults are getting worse / younger. Yes. And honestly, that's sad, right? Because it just proves that we're not even teaching our boys to handle rejection anymore. We're not, now we're teaching them to be like freaking insecure little asshats that if at any sign of obstacles, they throw a fit. All right, they throw a tantrum, like throwing a basketball at a girl's head because she says no. And to be fair, it's not even just the kids that get engaged in this behavior. I've watched videos of grown women and grown men and the grown men knocking out these women because the women reject them, which is crazy to me. So you're going to put your hands on a girl because she says no to you and you don't understand how to process that? Yes, rejection sucks, all right? No one wants to get that feeling of rejection. It's not good, right? But as an adult, you got to understand how to manage those feelings. You can't just sit there, scream and lash out and cuss people out. Right? Screaming like a little doughboy on camera at a woman. And all she did was do a comment on your live stream. So you over here screaming and hollering and crying. And y'all know who I'm talking about. Like, you can't just scream at a woman just because she rejects you. That's crazy. That means you're not emotionally mature to handle this kind of life. Maybe you should stay single with your fat ass, doughboy. I see you. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Come on. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Listen, you start something, you're going to get it. I feel like if I say his name, it's probably going to give him more attention than he's had in years. So it is what it is. But I'm just saying, stop screaming at women. No matter what, it just makes you look like a fool, okay? And I don't care how masculine you think you are. All right, let me just put this woman in her place. You look like a chump. That's just what it is. Like, I don't get it. Like, y'all need to grow up out of this mindset, okay? Learn how to talk to women. Yes, we're different, all right? Men and women, we're different people, all right? But at the end of the day, that only means that we need to learn how to communicate with each other differently. That's it, right? You can't talk to a woman the same way you would scream at a man. It's not going to work out for you in society. I'm going to guarantee you that. So if you even think you're going to get any kind of dubs from men or from even women, no one is looking at you like some kind of hero. You look like a weirdo, frankly, all right? So, again, it's best to keep your cool, especially if you're a red pill weirdo who's been teaching stoicism this entire time and then get exposed live because you can't handle your own emotions. That's crazy. But I digress. Let's continue. Misinterpretation. Shout out to you for the $10 super chat. I appreciate you. Let's get a W in the chat for misinterpretations. Can we get that, please? M. Dot as well. Did you hear the cop who said the girl they killed had limited value because she was 26? He sounded very red pill to me. It's getting sick. Wow. Yeah. That's the thing. There again, and women should be utterly worried about this, right? You guys should be worried, especially some of the women who jump on board, right? Like, I mean, we could discount Pearl. Somebody sent me something about Pearl and this Roma army girl, right? I'm gonna actually react to that because that was a very interesting. First of all, I think they're both hypocrites. First of all, this Roma army person just exposes, all right, why a lot of these red pill men they don't know how to pick a good woman if it was standing right in front of their faces. All right, they don't know. You'll pick someone like Pearl to represent them. They'll pick someone like Roma Army to represent them. And these two are both grifters. All right. And here's the thing. Roma Army is the type of woman. All right. A lot of these red pill guys would sit there and say, we don't want you representing us. Okay. We actually speak out against women like you, women who have OnlyFans and women who do porn and women who have tattoos and women who are liberal and all these different things. Right. Yet you look in the manosphere space and look who the kind of women they're propping up. The exact type of women they're claiming they have a problem with. So it's just like, okay, do y'all really are y'all really forming this space here to get better or to just circle jerk and coddle each other's feelings? Because it seems to me the way you men and who you're propping up as leaders, what it tells me is y'all not ready for any kind of change. Matter of fact, y'all sitting here blaming women for your issues, but you're recreating the same problem even in your own little spaces. So how the hell do you not see that you niggas need to change before society does? Y'all don't see that. Like, y'all don't see that. So you put someone like Roman Army up there, and knowing fully well she'll give a fuck about the plight of men. She'll give a fuck. Like, are you kidding me? And she's the type of woman you guys speak out against. Yet, just because she says the talking point, you incels just love. Y'all love to hear that, oh, men have been persecuted. Y'all love to hear this victimhood narrative bullshit. And then you will fall and simp for the woman who gives you that. But anybody else that tells you reality, oh, y'all just haters, y'all clout chasers, y'all whatever. Y'all don't understand what's really happening here. No, you guys don't understand what's really happening here. You guys are being led by your dicks, but you don't realize it yet. Again, that's why no one respects you. Even the content creators that deliver the content to you know you guys are chumps. So again, I just got to throw that out there because these guys, they don't realize that they have a heavy hand in creating the very same problems they're complaining about, and I am sick of it. Let's continue.
Yeah, merch, preach.
What have I done?
Can I get in the video?
Fucking
Can
talk.
I get in the video?
Yeah. Talk to him.
Yo, what's up? What's up?
Yeah.
Did you take?
And that's it. So Andrew Tate, all right, fuck the women. That's Sneako's audience. And I'm glad that Alvin preached a video to it because we're about to react to it right now, all right? Because, again, if we react to it, a lot of people are going to watch it. That's fine. But Alvin preach react to it. A lot of people get the message, right? Y'all get the message that these guys, they're not really helping anybody. They're just helping their own wallets. If you could tell them to list off on one hand how many people they've helped, they would take that hand, wrap it around their dicks, and stroke it. That's who they helped. They haven't helped anybody else but their own fucking egos. That's it. So you guys need to wake up and understand that if you're a young man and you're buying into this kind of ideology, you're going to be a loser when you grow up. And I'm not saying like loser as in like, no, actually, yeah, you're actually going to lose. You're going to lose in women. You're going to lose when it comes to money. You're going to lose a lot. Matter of fact, Sneako is beefing with Destiny. I mean, they're still beefing, but it's going back and forth. There's some new things, right? So Sneako is mad because Destiny called him out on, his IRL streaming and saying he's grifting about it. And then Sneako gets mad and, throws shade at Destiny. Then Destiny comes back and says, hey, well, I don't really think Sneako's making all that much money. And then Sneako gets mad and drops a video. So we're going to cover that. But again, it's just these guys, man, you young guys, y'all got to wake up. So let me get this video pulled up. And while I do that, let's get the likes up. There are over 200 of you guys in here. We only have 78 likes. Do y'all not like the show? Or do y'all, I mean, what is this? Y'all like watching here to see Sneako win? Or do you not want to see Sneako? Like, what's happening here? Why do we have over 200 people and only 79 likes? That's crazy to me. I mean, it seems like most of y'all want to see Sneako win. Otherwise, if you here, you want to see the truth, let's go ahead and like the video. Let me get this up real quick. Because it is getting ridiculous. All right, so I've been preach Sneako letting you know what Andrew Tate effect has done to kids. Let's get it.
I understand that you might know the truth. Rumble people, you might know the truth about the world, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't mean you're better than other people because you believe in God and you think that OnlyFans girls are demons, right? That doesn't make you better than other people who are enjoying life.
C'est sûr, tu niaises, dog.
Hearing Sneako complain about his audience almost feels like I'm hearing Sneako complain about how Sneako's always behaved.
And let's be honest, the red pill is dying. It's over.
Speaking of things that are stupid, what? Sneako.
What'd you take? Fuck the woman. Fuck the woman.
What? No, wait. We love women. We love women. We love women.
But not like transgenders.
Yes, sir. We love everybody. Max, t'as les loin. Très rapidement, mon ami. Yo, j'étais pas prêt, hein? I was not ready for that shit.
In case you're wondering what the average Sneako fan looks like.
That shit went that way. It
They're toddlers. That's the average Sneako fan.
went left, right. Oh, wow.
Oh,
Hey, yo, so young with, whoa.
At that age, this guy's like 11 or 12 yelling, fuck the women, Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
Yikes. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, sir. We love everybody. No.
Okay, goodbye.
Whoa, kid.
that's what I said too. I said the exact same thing. Listen, I'm glad I got my reaction of that video out of the way. All right, because I said the exact same thing. It's getting crazy. A lot of you older guys, if you're at the age and you got common sense, if you see some of this behavior is going out, I almost want to say everybody should start a channel and start helping and push the balance of power, right? Because I know that's unfeasible, but again, if you see kids like this in your actual life spewing this messages, all right, please, take them aside and say, hey, young man, Andrew Tate's a loser. You want to end up in prison with a bunch of Romanian dudes? Do you want that? If you don't want that, okay, we need to stop that thinking right now. Please, I think it would make the world a little bit safer, but I had that exact same reaction to Preach.
Oh, Mark, preach.
What have I done?
Can I get in the video? Fucking talk. Can I get in the video?
Yeah. Talk to him.
Yo, what's up?
It's just funny. I encounter fans all the time. I don't think I've ever encountered anyone below the age of 14.
Or screaming stuff like that.
No. Anytime anyone's ever approached us, it's always been very calm and cordial. Very, very calm and cordial.
I think that's a reflection of who you are, though, right? I mean, if you're like, I would say if I were to meet any one of you guys in a chat, all right, in person, I'm assuming you guys would be cool people. Maybe a few radical simp bots or tape bots out there that probably try to do something crazy. But other than that, I'm assuming that a lot of you guys are going to be pretty rational, all right? Especially when we meet up in public, because I'm a rational dude. I'm not going to go crazy or do anything stupid or anything like that, right? You can't say the same for Sneako fans. You can't say the same for Fresh and Fit fans. You can't say the same for any one of these red pill popper fans, okay? Because this is the type of ideology that they're being spoon-fed online. It's all rage and anger and, gender war bullshit.
But just imagining seeing my fans and that's what they yelling. You want to see what his response was to
Sure.
They are children and obviously joking. This is how I was at 12. But if it sounds egregious to you, blame the rainbow flags in their classroom.
What? Whoa! What?
Blame the media for emasculating men.
No.
My boy's gonna do a 180 and then toss the accountability at mainstream media. Bruh, that's not it at all. They're your fans. They're saying things they've heard on your platform. How are you going to turn around and say, no, blame the gays? Obviously, it's their fault that, young kids who listen to me want them dead. I mean, how can you blame me? It's the gay agenda, of course. I mean, I have nothing to do with it. I'm just a content creator online that spews anti-gay stuff and whatnot. So, I mean, you can't blame me for it, right? Yo, the lack of accountability is just stunning. It's absolutely stunning, bro. What is this? What is this, chat? What am I looking at? Can we figure this out? What is this? I'm genuinely surprised that this is Sneako's reaction to all of that.
No, my guy. No, my guy.
He's saying boys will be boys. What? What do you mean? So you're saying you were an insecure, hateful little shit when you were 12, Sneako? Is that what you were saying? So when you were 12 years old, you were an insecure, hateful little shit. Where your mama at? Where your daddy at? Did you let you just run around saying dumb shit? I mean, it explains a lot. But to excuse this behavior of kids who are watching you instead of taking accountability, and even if anything, you're so dumb, you could have easily used this as a big advantage to help totally grift out of whatever red pill space you're trying to get out of right now, right? If I were you, and I'm Sneako, and I'm trying to get out of the red pill space right now, all right? And I'm subtly telling my audience that this red pill shit's toxic, all right? I'm saying that I don't want to sit there and talk about religion or women all day, okay? See, in this example, IRL, the tweet you should have posted up is saying, hey, obviously we got some, kids who are saying some crazy things that I don't agree with, all right? And this is why you guys are getting mad at me, but I want to switch up my content because I think my audience are getting the wrong idea. I know you guys don't want me talking about, debating people about women and feminism or religion and Islam and non-Islam, right? But at the end of the day, we have to think about the impact of these kids, and we need to think about the impact and the direction in which I want my content to go, right? That'd be an easy way, because a lot of people would look at this and say, okay, they're going to deduce a couple things. They're going to say, all right, Sneako obviously admits that these kids are, they got the wrong messaging, and he's admitting also, taking accountability, that he's also at fault for spreading and disseminating this information out there to corrupt the minds of these young kids. But he's also taking accountability and wants to switch off of that style of content that could seem hateful, misogynistic, or homophobic, or anti-LGBTQ, or anti-Semitic, right? And now he's trying to do it into like more positive IRL streams with guys like Aiden Ross and Neon and whatnot, right? So maybe we can give Sneako a pass on this one. And that could have been an easy slide to just jimmy his way out of this whole red pill nonsense he's pigeonholed himself in by using the kids and saying, hey, listen, they're getting the wrong ideology of my message. I need to switch up. All right. If you guys are with me, I'm going to go this way. Follow me. Easy as pie. But instead, you jump on and say, yeah, let me just excuse the behavior of these 12-year-olds, even though they said the most heinous shit. All right. And let me just go ahead and say, you know what? Let's blame the media and the people who are the LGBTQs. Let's blame them. They're the reason why these kids are thinking this way, obviously. I mean, where else would they have gotten this idea from to kill all LGBTQ people? Where would they get that idea? It wasn't from us, right? We weren't spilling that. Were we? Right? I mean, just think about that. He could have easily finessed his way out of this grift, but now, I mean, it looks like he's stuck.
It's your fault for forcing an obvious agenda, not these kids. Boys will be boys. What a lot of the audiences these people foster in regards to people is like a lot of this stuff. Were you ever yelling shit like that when you was a kid? Let's be fair.
No.
I think the biggest thing I might remember is watching rappers and yell to get money. Anyway, all I'm trying to say is we also grew up with media influences that weren't exactly. It's just he's a negative influence of today.
Yeah.
But even when we were growing up, there's a lot of hip hop artists or whatever you was watching that were sending some wrong messages, and kids was listening and simulate that stuff. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like rap music made a bunch of my homies gentlemen when I was a kid.
No, man, I was not necessarily repeating those stuff.
Maybe not you individually, but the people around you.
Wow, you asking me.
I mean, it doesn't make what he's doing fine or good now. It's just recognizing that the same way we had bad influences today, a lot of these red pill losers are a lot of the bad influences for young men today. It's funny because I remember when they were trying to ban Andrew Tate everywhere, a lot of school teachers were saying, oh, this is a negative influence on my students. The students are coming in and saying all this stuff. And I'm like, you got to be exaggerating. And then you hear these kids going, kill the gays, Andrew Tate. And I'm like, oh, maybe those teachers weren't lying. There's a little bit of that whole him complaining like, oh my God, look at the rainbow flag in the classrooms and all the programs. It's like, bro, you're also programming the kids too.
Definitely. 100%.
If your flag is just a woman being beaten up or being hated on or being called stupid or whore, but you got your own flags. And these kids, they fly it proudly. They sing the anthem without even you asking. It's interesting because they keep complaining about the indoctrination of children. But you got a bunch of kids just yelling your name randomly and repeating a bunch of foul shit that you've been saying.
If that's not indoctrination.
You look at these kids. Oh my God, look at them yelling pronouns. Look at the kids that you're fostering, yelling how much they hate the opposite gender and that they think that gays should be murked.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Like, this should go viral. The fact that Sneako's fans, who we obviously know are 13-year-old kids, are saying these nonsense that, you know, LGBTQ should be excommunicado from life. This should be alarming. These are the young generation. Think about it. These are the same people that get mad at the LGBTQ because they're trying to educate people in schools, right? And they say, "Oh no, we don't want that in our schools. You guys are going to turn us all gay." That's what it is, right? Because, you know, some of the teachers or might get enticed by a lot of these drag queens dancing around. We don't know. We don't want that. We just don't want this education in school. It's like, okay, that's weird because, you know, they've been doing sex education, all different forms of it, you know, way back before then. All right, but I guess we're gonna have to jump into this nonsense. So if we have that situation where you guys are mad because you feel as though the LGBTQ community are trying to indoctrinate your kids, not just in school, but with mainstream media, look what Sneako just did. Look what Sneako and his massive matrix propaganda of pill poppers, look what they've done. They turned a bunch of 13-year-olds into little hateful losers like this. I mean, again, 13-year-old, I mean, you can't be a loser, but that's a loser-ass mentality to just think that other people should die because of their sexual orientation. That's freaking crazy. That's not cool. Sneako's not cool. He's a loser for promoting that ideology. And let me tell you, young kids out there, all right? I know being cool and not avoiding being a loser is important to you guys at this stage, okay? You guys care more about, you know, that vanity shit. I get it. I used to be a teenager too. Oh, what is it? Wait, no, 12 years old, you're a preteen, so you're not even a teenager yet. All right, so I used to be a preteen too. I understand this, all right? But let me tell you this. If you're hateful to other groups and you're a young man, you're a loser. If you're a bully to other people who you feel as though you have power over, you're a loser. None of that shit's cool. Being a bully and wishing death on other people just because they have a different sexual orientation than you, it's loser behavior. I don't care if people on the internet are telling you it's cool. It's loser mentality. And if you are growing up and you want to be a cool kid in school, don't be a fucking loser and stop thinking these crazy things because your peers might think there's something wrong with you. Just being real, all right? And I think a lot of young men, you guys got to start getting that mentality. This stuff they're teaching on the internet is not cool, all right? And it's just crazy how they've indoctrinated your kids to be these hateful little munchkins running around, yet they're complaining about LGBTQ brainwashing your kids. They're complaining about all these other matrix brainwashing your kids. Look at the damage they've done. Look at this. This is worse, arguably speaking, than what they're talking about. It's about, LGBTQ. They're only 4% of the population, the entire human population. If we take 7 billion of us, all 7 billion of us and growing, all right, that's 4%. 4%. There are more gay lions out there in the world than there are human beings. Why is this such a problem to you? So why are we teaching that to these kids to be paying attention and to be scared of? Like, this is crazy to me. Again,
that's crazy.
Wow. Programming.
And if you ask these kids, they wouldn't even be able to tell you why. So that's where you see the programming. When you're just repeating some stuff, you don't know why. You don't know where that's from. You don't know why you're saying, but you're saying it.
Yep.
That's programming right there.
Yeah. And let me ask you, when's the last time you seen one of these like purple-head 12-year-olds talk about murking the straight people? But if you keep it in that stack, let me know when y'all heard that. Not from adults. I'm actually talking about kids. Because that's what we saw on screen. We saw kids yelling that shit.
Thank you,
I'm all
Abba.
fine with people saying, hey, I don't want this stuff in the classroom. I don't want all the LGBTQ stuff in the classroom. Okay, that's fine. But think about where these kids are getting their messaging.
IRL streaming is what I want to do now. There's only so long. You can only do this for so long. Like, how much can you really talk about? Yeah, data coach, that's hilarious. Yeah, it's like, it's just so much more fun. I can't even lie. And let's be honest, the red pill is dying. It's over. It's over because, like, there was a lot of hype around this, like, oh, the Matrix, bro, how do we make it out? And then, like, there's this excitement.
I'm fresh, I'm fit, I'm authorized,
and monetize.
These dudes, bro, they crazy. Yo, I like how they're just slowly, just like subtly making money off of Fresh and Fit. That's crazy to me, bro. A lady, shout out to you for the $2 super chat. Thank you so much. Says this brainwashing will land them in prison or dead. Facts. They don't realize they're shouting out Andrew Tate. You're gonna meet Andrew Tate, or at least you're gonna end up like him. I'm telling you right now, guys, he's going to prison. You don't want to be like Andrew Tate. Trust me. I know he's putting up a show on social media to make you think he's cooler than he actually is. He's going to prison. So if you guys haven't seen Scared Straight, y'all gonna be scared straight when you see the future this nigga's heading to. So don't be like Andrew Tate. Trust me. It's not gonna end well for you, all right? Don't join the Hustlers University. I'm sorry. It's called The Real World, but we know it's Hustler University 3.0. All right, don't join that. And most definitely do not join a war room, all right? If you join a war room, they will teach you how to be a guaranteed human trafficker, and you will go to prison. I'm just being honest with you. That's what they teach in the war room. You become a trafficker, you go to prison. I hope they investigate every single member, including that Justin Waller guy. We got to look at that Justin Waller guy and that Iggy Semmelweis guy. Both of them too. I think they should go down. We got to take a closer look at the them niggas. Yeah, him. Justin Waller. Is that Justin Waller or Jay? Who was the guy that was on whatever podcast? It was Justin Waller, right? He was talking about he don't want to simp for his daughters or some of that. Was that him? That was him, right? See, I'm good with faces. I'm not good with names, even on camera. Like, it's crazy. Like, I will remember your face, but I don't remember your name. Is it that guy? That's the same guy, right? He was on the whatever podcast, and he was talking about, I'm not gonna simp for my daughter. I don't care if they want to do this, they can do that. I'm like, yo, those are your kids, man. Like simping and your daughter, bro. I would do a tea party date with my daughter. I got no shame in that. How was that simping? Like. I'm providing experience that she could take with her long after I'm gone. I would say that's pretty valuable to take 10, 20, 30 minutes out of my day and do a little tea party date with my daughter. That's crazy to me that you think giving up or making tiny sacrifices for your kids, Justin Waller, is considered simping. That's insane. Like, I thought kids were immune to this simping label, but apparently, according to Justin Waller, yeah, you can simp for your daughters too. And to be an alpha man, you can't even simp for your kids. Yeah, you got to be stoic all the way. Yeah, your kids want something? Fuck out of here. What you mean? I ain't no simp. Go ask somebody else to give you that. It's like, that's wild to me, bro. But I think that's his name, right? Justin Waller, right? Yeah, chat with the rescue. That's what I'm talking about. Justin Waller, that little weirdo.
The Redpill raging when the Redpill was blowing up, so it's perfect. Screaming at a camera. Wake up! And then now, like, okay, live life now. Can't be screaming at a camera about Satan every single day.
Wow, so much maturity. You've grown so much in here. This is why when so many people are telling me, like, oh man, he's my mentor, it's like, this loser barely has his life together, doesn't have any of his own opinions really solidified, changes his opinions every week. One day he's a Muslim, the next day he's doing drugs and threesomes, the next day he's back to Red Pill, the next day he's like, Red Pill's stupid, I'm done with it. You can't take goofballs like this seriously. And it's not even like I said it before, it's just an age thing. And people are like, oh, that's super dismissive. Like, when you're in your early 20s to mid 20s, like, you're figuring shit out. You're trying to latch onto ideas to feel comfortable with yourself and the world around you. Him switching up like this, everyone's like, oh, it's a grift. He's a liar. Maybe. Or maybe he's just a young man who's realizing that life isn't what I thought it was. And
okay, this is where I got to push back with Abba here, all right? And I rarely do this, but this is where I got to push back with Abba because I don't think Sneako, listen, even as a young, maybe it's because I had a kid when I was young, right? And it shaped my outlook, towards life. And I stopped thinking about myself and I started thinking about, like, taking care of, this offspring that I just brought into this world because you want to make sure that's all done. You don't want to be a weirdo and just abandon your kid or not. You leave your kid without, right? So that gives you a little bit of maturity. But even before that, I had a sense of direction of where I was going to go, right? I had a sense that, I'm going to get in the tech, I'm going to ride this out, I'm going to go ahead and try to, upgrade within my job and get to where I need to get to, all right? And once I get there, all right, now I'm going to start working on side projects. So, at a young age, I'm already kind of like fitting my life together. I'm not making it off of these outlandish goals of making it rich on the internet. I'm not trying to like, oh, let's just score $1 million by selling Amazon FBA or whatever the fuck it is, right? It's just practical stuff. Finish your education. Once you get that done, then you go ahead and get into the field that you study for. And then once you get into that field, and then you kind of rise through the ranks. That's my strategy, and it's still my strategy today. That's why when y'all are saying, oh, Duke, you're a hater because you wish you were doing that. No, bro, I don't. The fast money leads to slow consequences. I'm not ready for that. Listen, I would rather work hard right now, build a company of my own, because I'm a programmer, so I can do stuff. So it is what it is. I'd rather just work on that, right, and then build that up. And then let's say it does take off. I just let my project out there, and it does take off, right? Then voila, hard work pays off. And if it doesn't, I got my 6-figure job that I'm okay with, I'm comfortable with, and I have a stable career. That's what I recommend most young men to be doing. I think at a young age, at 19, 20 years old, this is where you should start piecing your life together. These bozos like to sit there and tell you, oh, you don't have time. You need to hustle and do this. Yeah, they're right, but you're hustling in the wrong way. You need to start figuring out where you are, what you want in life, all right? And that can start out by figuring out what is if you want to look at it from a money perspective, what are 6-figure earning jobs that you can go ahead and start training for right now, and then start building a career off of it right now while you're 19, 20 years old, because you never know how far that can get you. Instead, you have guys like Sneako who are talking about, well, I got to go from one grift to another grift to another grift. This is a guy that doesn't know what he wants. All right. So I disagree with Abba there, because Sneako doesn't know what he wants. He actually, listen, I think what he wants is clout. Like, I mean, what I mean by he doesn't know what he wants, I think he doesn't know what he wants in terms of ideology. But I know he wants clout and money. Those are the two things he wants, right? Absolutely, out of anything in this world, he wants clout and money. Now, he has the clout, sort of, and he has the money, sort of. And I say sort of because y'all be like, Duke, Sneako says he makes money. Destiny kind of exposed that. If anything, he's making about $10K a month after all the expenses and whatnot. But Sneako wants you to believe that he's some kind of multi-millionaire just living life like, ain't nothing out here. He's not. He's not a multi-millionaire. All right. The guy, he barely pulls in $10K a month, which is still a lot of money. All right. But it's not what he's trying to convince you that it is. Again, young men, this is when you need to start taking the pages out of reality and go a different direction. I think Sneako absolutely knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. He's doing whatever that's going to get him more of that money and more of that clout. And if that means corrupting the minds of a bunch of young kids, why not? Who cares? Sneako doesn't give a shit. He's getting more money and he's getting more clout. So again, I don't want to chalk it up to be him just being a young man, not knowing what's going on. Nah. Nah, he knows what he wants. And the thing is, he's in a position to do it the right way. He's got enough money and clout to get him started on the right way. The problem is Sneako's inner demons wouldn't let that go. He has to grift, unfortunately. So let's continue.
That's normal for people who get into adulthood and start taking on responsibilities and taking on different ideas. That's it. But the thing is, do you want to spend time listening to young people ramble about shit they barely understand as if they were experts? Me personally, I'm too old for that shit. What about you?
The only reason I know these people is because of you.
Sure.
Way too old for this shit.
Okay.
Like, if you're too old for this shit,
yeah,
I'm geezer old.
Yeah.
Like, but it's all good. I understand it because I was at that state. Like, you say stuff that you think you know with so much, like, you're assertive about it and so much, that's the truth, nothing I know is. Like, I know, because I know, but you don't know. You don't know shit. And the more you know, the more you realize, shit, I don't know shit about fuck. It's funny because my attitude now at 41 is more of there's a lot of shit that I don't know than when I was 20. When I was 20, it was like, well, the thing is, and the Illuminati, I don't know.
See, but that's the thing, though. You guys are in a separate position than Sneako. And honestly, when Preach was younger, because he's 41, Abba is a lot older too as well. Maybe when they were younger, they didn't have OGs in their life, probably letting them know, hey, you might be wrong here. You have to steer the ship here or steady course. Or maybe they did, and they probably didn't listen all that well. It is what it is. But here we have Sneako, who has Abba in his corner trying to let him know what's up. He's got Preach trying to let him know what's up. He's got Destiny trying to let him know what's up. He's got even Andrew Tate before he got banned off of YouTube trying to let Sneako know what was up. But Sneako still didn't heed to those warnings and kept going the direction he was going. Why? It's because the clout was too damn good. He was getting too much clout. He was getting too much money. He made over $100,000 while he was still on YouTube before YouTube put a cap in that shit and said, not today. Go back to Rumble where all the other rejects are, right? That's what ended up happening. Everybody warned Sneako, even the people Sneako looked up to. Just keep that in mind. So he had ample time. The thing is, he got sucked in by the crowd. And this is why I actually agree with Destiny's take over Abba's. Because Destiny's take was basically saying, some of Destiny's take, because Destiny was trying to make it seem like maybe it was something going on in Sneako's private life with his dad or family or whatever it is. I don't know. I don't want to get into that. But what I do know is I do believe that Sneako, he needs the clout. Destiny was right. It's a clout. It's a clout factor. And he's pigeonholed himself. He doesn't know how to turn around. He has to keep going this route because it's too good. It's like Fuzi. It's just too addicting. You can't let it go. Even if it's detrimental to your own career, he can't let it go. So again, I see where Preach and Abba is coming from, but I don't want to listen, Sneako had a bunch of opportunities with top content creators at his corner to steady the course, and he still fucked up. I don't have patience for that. I'm sorry. I don't have patience for that. If you claim to be a smart kid, I don't got patience for that.
Now I'm just okay. I'm okay to say I don't know. There's no shame in my game.
There's only so much you can say about the Redpill, right? Get a girl with the low body count, don't watch porn, go to the gym. Boom, done. That's like you sum up most of instead of repeating it. And that's when you guys kind of get off on just seeing people like owning. It's like when you're 14 and you watch Ben Shapiro owns libs. Oh, yeah. Fuck that college girl. Stupid. Yeah. Yeah. It's like not even anything improving about it. It's just WWE for fucking nerd incels.
And you're the Undertaker.
Facts.
A couple of times you died and you risen from the death. Like, yeah, you participated in that. You were in that. You were one of the main characters.
Again, it's so repetitive, bro. Red pill will never die. No, of course it will never die, dummy. But it's just the red pill is just the truth, you know. And it's just, you know, what's really not red pill? Talking about the red pill all day long, nonstop. Actually, being red pill, if you're talking about truth, is going and enjoying life, becoming better every single day, being around good people, having a good circle, enjoying the world. Like that's the best thing you could.
It's so cringy just hearing this guy repeat shit I said to him like a year ago. It's just like, oh yeah, that's what it is. That's the truth. I was like, so when I said it wasn't the truth, but now you're still claiming red pill and you're just repeating what I said. Oh, now life is about community, surrounding yourself with good people and enjoying yourself. Wow, I don't know. It's just.
When did you say that to him?
When we did the interview online. Yeah. Remember I talking about family and all this other stuff. It's like, bro, I want to just have 21 bitches. And now he's like, family creation is the most important thing in life. And it's crazy watching someone flip flop in a year like 7 times, and you just realize the dude tries to be a leader, but he's probably the most impressionable person I've ever met. Every day his ideology changes, his vision of the world changes, and it's okay to change.
Yeah.
But it's like, you can't be loud. Like, I know what I'm talking about, right, but you flipping like pancakes.
I got you.
Maple syrup and everything.
It's funny how religious texts will always say that being gay is bad. The gayest thing you could do with the internet, because there's so many possibilities, is argue with other nerds online about religion constantly. That's gayer than being at a gay pride parade. Well, this book, this Trinity, this is the Crusades.
So you're gay. Why are you gay? Like, you're describing what you did and peak game. You're going to probably go back to that too.
I don't think so. Why would he go back to that?
I don't know.
He wants to make money. Listen, this guy just goes where the trends are. He said it. He was on the red pill stuff when it was popping. Now that he's dying, he's off of it. This dude just follows trend. Andrew Tate became Muslim. This loser becomes Muslim. Is he a real Muslim? Of course not. But the aesthetic and the veil of religion feels good for him. He gets to go on all these Islamic podcasts. He gets a lot of these new fans who also have issues with women. So it's just a benefit. These guys, they'll just jump on whatever the fucking wave is. But then if you peer behind the curtains, you're like, are you actually living that life that you're claiming? It's like, no, they're not. Right? They're all degenerates. Also, we got a Discord. We got a Reddit. We got a couple side bitches. If you check the description, you can get access. So you don't want to miss all the videos that we got going on. Side channel, side bitches, whatever you want. I don't care.
We had a Reddit.
Bro, I gotta get my Discord going. I've been saying that shit for a while. I actually do have it set up. I just don't have like the different rooms structured yet the way I want it to. So as soon as that is done, best believe there will be promotions in the chat. But yeah, join the Discord if you can. I know most of y'all like we all kind of like friends of Abba and Preacher. So let me know how that if it's popping. I might join a Discord myself. Ladies with a $10 super chat, shout out to you. It's rare to see your level of maturity in a young man. Thank you for representing well. Look at this. Shout out to you. Yeah, listen. It's just common sense, right? Because like when you grow up with a different background that like a lot of these Redpill, and it's not even just saying my background was different growing up. It's just again West African. I wasn't raised to have anger with women. Like you're raised to kind of work with your woman. Like that's how we're raised. So when you come in and you see this kind of like animosity that these men have towards their women, it's crazy. Especially when because I'm black. I look black, obviously. I know I'm West African, but I'm black. All right. And when it comes down to dealing with black women that look just like you, it's crazy to me to see how fucked up and out of bounds it is in the manosphere space, because this isn't how we should be showing an example of how black men should be communicating with their women, right? That's crazy to me to even see that kind of nonsense come out of the black manosphere, or even just the manosphere as a whole, where we consider or factor in the whole gender war they're stoking here. It's just crazy. Like I've never seen a bigger group of dudes avoid responsibility of being a man while complaining about it. Like it's just like complaining about how hard life is being a man. It's like complaining about rain falling. If shit happens, why complain about it? As a dude, you move forward. And some people say, well, it's a new era. We got to consider the men's feelings and things like that. But then the red pill will come up here and say, no. Men are supposed to be stoic and all these different things. And they're completely doing the exact opposite. They're turning you on into like a bunch of like snowflakes, which is crazy, right? Y'all went from masculine men to snowflakes all because of their health. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Listen, as a man, are double standards a thing when it comes to men and women? Yes, but that's why we're different people for a reason, because so double standards then exist. Because if everything was the same, the world wouldn't make any sense, because how does it look when a man gets the exact same benefits a woman get, even though the man, biologically speaking, is completely different and can go without those benefits? It doesn't make any sense. It's the same for the woman. Like it doesn't make any sense. So again, we gotta dial all this stuff back and realize we need to accept our differences. Yes, we're different, and this is the world. Men, we gotta do our work and hold up society. But anything, the fact that you guys are looking at it as some kind of like a negative thing that women don't have to do it, it's crazy. Because back in the day, and y'all love to hop in the Wayback Machine, young men who had to go to war, they volunteered in mass, all right, because they wanted to do well for the family, give them a good name, do well for their country or city states that they came from. So they will go off to war and they will gladly die for their country. Here, right now, fast forward, we got people just saying, no, why do I have to pay 50-50? Huh? Why do I have to pay 50-50? She needs to pay money too. Like, that's crazy. You know that meme where they talk about like they have like two different lions, right? They got a lion of the past where the lion just look like a normal lion, and then they're talking about how men were back in the day where it was just like a normal lion, and then you got the men of today, which is like a lion with like a freaking we call those the little man bun on his back. It's got like weird little what do you call snow bunny tattoos and shit. Like it was just crazy. And it's true, a lot of men who tried to pretend they're masculine, they're actually more feminine today than masculine men were in the past. Think about this. A lot of men today who are more feminine, who are complaining about feminism, all right, want to take themselves back to a day where men used to be men, in which they are currently not those guys. It doesn't make any sense. You can't go back to a time period of men in which you are not, because you will not survive in that era. If we brought the 1940 back, most men right now will fall off. Y'all will be complaining about the harsh work environment you have to face. That's what happens when we bring the past to the future. So it's just crazy that these guys fall for these ideologies again. There's no maturity there. But shout out to you for the super chat.
Well, we got a Discord. We got a couple of side bitches. I was like, hey,
I
yo.
that, okay?
Hey, yo.
Links in the description below. Go check them out. Otherwise, we also have a video editing contest. We're hiring an editor. If you want to be part of it, go and basically edit your own video of Abba and Preach, upload it to TikTok, right, with the caption Abba and Preach video contest. We'll check you out. We might hire you on full time. remote job. Let's go.
I thought we were on the same page. And that's what I realized on my core audience, like the people that come here all the time. If you look at the comments with the video, I did a video with Neon and Jason Love, right? We just got dinner, making jokes, stuff like that. I was asking if he repents. I was asking about if he thinks porn is bad for society. I'm talking about, his religion, stuff like that. I'm talking about everything that you guys always obsess over about to just, make my community happy, right? The comments on Neon's VOD on his YouTube channel compared to my comments on my Rumble channel, the difference is just insane. My Rumble comments, all that's like, Sneako's hanging out with these, Sneako betrayed us. Why is he eating dinner with these people? You should be yelling at whores with Myron right now.
Oh, wait. So you watered grass, now your grass grew, and now you're complaining about grass?
That's facts. You cultivated the most hyper-judgmental audience by being hyper-judgmental to everyone. You would watch videos, call people dumb feminists, all this other stuff, this, that, and the third. And then when you realize your audience is exactly a reflection of who you are and how you behave, you want to cry about it.
Look at all this grass.
Hey.
Look at all this grass in my yard that I've been watering for 6 months.
Talk to, and then Neon's comments, we love you so much, Neon. Keep going. Yeah, this was so funny. Great video. You're evolving every day. If I just let the Rumble audience, you people dictate everything that I do, it would just, I would go insane.
I like Preacher's comment where he's just complaining about all the grass he will end up watering. Why are you complaining about what happened? Look, listen, you can't complain about the outcomes of the seeds you planted because you've been planting the seeds on Rumble. So now you're comparing your Rumble fans to other people's fans on YouTube, but y'all not the same because you spent time watering a bad seed that end up growing into a toxic tree that you can't stand right now while comparing that same toxic tree that you grew and built, all right, to other people's trees that ain't so toxic because they spent their time, maybe planting their seeds in the shade where, things can grow with a little bit more sense. How about that? Is that why you're all jealous right now, Sneako? I mean, think about it, chat. Preacher's onto something here.
All NPCs on Kick. Bro, I understand that you might know the truth. Rumble people, you might know the truth about the world, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't mean you're better than other people. Because you believe in God and you think that
you've been preaching that, Sneako.
That doesn't make you better than other people who are enjoying life.
C'est sûr, yes, dog.
Hearing Sneako complain about his audience almost feels like I'm hearing Sneako complain about how Sneako's always behaved. He always made himself seem better for knowing the truth. He called everyone bots for not being Redpill and knowing the truth.
Bro, that's facts. Y'all remember when he actually came after Abba for that? Y'all remember when he went on Abba's Instagram live stream and tried to confront Abba? This was back when Sneako was still on YouTube before, YouTube canned him and whatnot. But he was trying to basically come at Abba and Priest saying that they weren't Red Pill enough and they like to dabble in the Red Pill because, they talk about Red Pill content, but they don't go far enough. Wasn't that you, Sneako? You were getting mad at Abba and Preach because they didn't go as far as you did. Now where you at and where they at? Oh, wait. They still have a channel on YouTube and you don't. So I think it's just funny that Sneako ended up coming after Preach. He came after Destiny for the same thing. He came after Playback for the same thing. Sneako came after a lot of people for basically the same thing. And now he's reaping the consequences of it. All right. This is why Abba and them, they don't go too hard on the Red Pill because they don't want incels following them. Okay, this is why. Playbacks, they didn't do that. All right, Low and Agent didn't want to start preaching about anti-woman, anti-LGBTQ nonsense because they know they're going to adopt a bunch of little weirdos like you have, dog. So now you're sick of them and you're comparing your chat to other people. You can't do that, Sneako. You gotta rest in the bed that you made. It's just simple. It's just simple karma, my guy.
Always position himself as being better because he was plugged in Red Pill. It's crazy to say.
When you probably know the truth, but knowing that thing doesn't make you better than anybody else.
All right, listen. I told y'all this whole movement is dying. I told y'all this whole movement is dying because the people who are leading it are idiots. Okay, they're dumb people that have no business strategy, don't know how to navigate, and don't understand the fact that despite their rhetoric, they don't own any equity. They don't own these platforms. These platforms can literally delete their whole movement in a minute.
Facts.
And they will. And they already have begun. And this whole Red Pill phase has just been dying out. And it's also repetitive. Like, how many times are you going to debate, can men and women be friends? How many times are you going to debate whether or not a woman's body count matters or whatever? I'm not saying you got to make new topics under the sun. But at some point, yelling about the same shit every day with different boob jobs gets boring. It does. Tell it like it is. Different horse, same topic. That's what these panel of horse.
Wow.
That's facts.
Two good-looking dudes.
Chad, he's not wrong, Chad.
Same topic. I'm not saying we out here groundbreaking or whatever, but at least we try to have laughs and just chill out. Like, if you think I want to cover trans women in sports again, you are fucking crazy. Like, do I think it's wrong? Absolutely. Do I want to cover that topic every day? Absolutely not. And listen, y'all may not believe this, but whenever I meet trans people in person, like, it's mad chill and cool. Like, I got no problem with them personally. So I don't want to be out here complaining like I don't. I think this topic's stupid, but I'm ready to move on and do different things. Yep. Okay? I'm just like, yo, what's up? That's it. I don't care enough. These dudes, like, the energy, like, you know they got to hate these bras. That's crazy. Every day it's just like, women deserve less. You're inferior. Blah, blah, blah. Women are stupid. It's like, holy shit. Can you, anything else? Anything else?
To even, just to point that out, to even write a book about that is crazy. Right? To write a book about why women deserve less and actually make a living selling that shit is crazy to me, especially coming from the Redpill. That's wild.
Anything else you want to say?
No, I am baffled.
Hey,
Thank you.
Redpill's dying. How do y'all feel about it? It is dying. And I'm so glad this trend's over. I think it was poisoning a lot of dudes. I think there's definitely some truth in the fact that there's certain aspects of society that disadvantage men. It's okay to have those conversations. But the way these people are having the conversation, it evolved from like, oh, men got issues to women should lose the right to vote. Men should be just given a wife, or start building your harem, go abroad to find your way. Like, it was all like, it was just progressively just doing stuff that I'm like, what's all this? Overall, I think most of these dudes got exposed to being losers who either paid for product or didn't live the life that they pretended. So that's why the movement is dead. You decided to see the red pill go?
No, I don't care.
You don't care? I think in real life it just doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, because we walk around like we're not seeing these red pill weirdos.
No.
They literally just stay behind their keyboards in a little Discord community meeting. Nobody knows they even fucking exist, really.
Or to go to clubs and watch people in the corner dance. Look at this whore.
pay $20 to just
get in.
Be like,
or they pay like for a bottle, 6 bros. It's like, look at the hoes. They're not gonna get none of this liquor. Yeah. You want some? No? Fuck you then.
You were ugly anyway, bitch.
Boots, 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 boots.
Horse.
Bumps, 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 bumps.
My man threw some bills. That shit is hilarious. But yeah, honestly, I think that's what we're getting to, man. I personally, this is where I got to push back again. With Abba and them, it's not the end of the Red Pill. It's not going to be the end of the Red Pill. I know we like to say that because we see a lot of these content creators. They're clearly fucking up, and Abba's right. These guys, they're like totally like just shitting on their own brand they've helped create. I don't know how Rolo's gonna feel about this, but no, it's not over. It's not over because these guys, again, what you guys got to understand, what was happening under our noses, and what I've been yelling out this entire time, but at least some people are starting to listen to me and understand that this is starting to become a huge problem. The Red Pill isn't dead. It just got rebranded. It's the conservative movement now. I hope y'all understand this. So, again, I don't want us to get this into this false complacency that the Red Pill's gone. It hasn't gone anywhere. Dumb motherfuckers are now in firmly with the conservative group. All right? So, we got to figure out what's going on there because a lot of them, they're talking about politics. Even Pearl had to push freaking heaven and earth just to get herself out of the Red Pill grift into the politics grift, okay? So, Red Pill isn't dead. They just became Republican. Hold up, chat. I'm not lying on that, bro. I swear to God, the Red Pill isn't dead. They just became Republicans, chat. All right. If you think I'm wrong, we can debate about this. But I'm telling you right now, I saw the grip, and some of y'all who started to pick up on what I was saying, y'all saw it too. And all of a sudden, when all these conservative Tucker Carlson and all these other guys, like Candace Owens, started coming into the red pill. All of a sudden, y'all like, oh shit, they are grifted in here. I believe they are. So what are we gonna do about that? Again, there's just too much money in the red pill. There's too much money for people to just walk away from that. It's not feasible for that to happen. It's not going away. It's like digging, striking oil, and then packing up your rig and going home. That's crazy. No one's gonna do that. Everyone is seeing the money clearly that can be made in the red pill space, and that's what they're going for. Everybody's going for it. Even the conservative Republicans are looking at it and say, hey, they're a bunch of young guys, teenage men, and they're politically aligned with us because they don't agree with the LGBTQ. They don't agree with the COVID agenda. They don't agree with, Planned Parenthood. So why don't we just cultivate these guys? I mean, Andrew Tate's going to jail, so they're going to need a new daddy. So why don't we just hijack? You see guys like Patrick McDavid. You see guys like Adam Sosnick. You see all of these guys who are literally scrambling. Right? Y'all remember back in the colonial days, the scramble for Africa, where all these European countries came in and jacked a piece of Africa. That's what you're seeing right now in the red pill. All right. You're seeing all these top mainstream content creators who are swooping in and grabbing a piece of the red pill while it's going through this transition moment. So don't let people fool you. It's not dead. They're just becoming Republicans. That's what the red pill is becoming, right? You got guys like Graham Stephan giving guys like Jay Waller platforms, right? I mean, come on. I mean, it wasn't like Graham Stephan was involved in promoting a scam that, got a lot of people to lose their money, even though he had real estate credentials. Mr. Real Estate. I'm a real estate professional, but I couldn't see a scam right in front of my face, right? I mean, look at these losers and who they're associating with, okay? Mainstream or not, this is where the grift is heading. So again, I got my eyes on these people. I've been had my eyes on them. And even Candace Owens, watching her come into the space, I knew she was coming here from the moment she and Pearl management team, they started having this weird little marriage, right? I mean, it's not like Pearl can actually get married herself, but her management team somehow can find a way to get hitched. So again, when I saw that, I'm like, oh, Candace Owens, definitely she's going to get into the red pill. And I wouldn't be surprised if an Andrew Tate interview is coming down the pipeline. Boom, we got that Andrew Tate interview. Again, it ain't dead. They just Republican now. So that's the official grip. And then 2024, when that comes into full effect and the presidential race starts to really get in the full swing, you'll really see a lot of that ideology come out. It's not dead. Again, I'm going to say it one more time. They just became Republicans. But chat, let me know what you think in the chat. All right, what do you think about what's going on here? Y'all know I like my ones and twos. Okay, for those of you guys, this is pretty much the end of the show. So I know if you don't like to stay for the ones and twos, it's okay. You can leave now. It's good. But don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. All right. But I appreciate you nevertheless for being here. And those of you guys who will be watching on a pre-record, was it the after show? Right. Thank you so much, because you could be watching anything, but the fact that you're watching the show is freaking amazing to me, man. So thank you so much. So you can get out of here. But for those of you guys who like my ones and twos, I got to break this down, okay? If you believe, all right, if you firmly believe after the evidence you have just witnessed today, watching those little kids say what they said, okay, if you believe that the red pill, especially the Sneako brand and Andrew Tate brand, have done nothing but corrupt the minds of young men, I want to see a 1 in the chat. Or if you don't believe that these guys have a huge impact on young kids around the world, all right, put a 2 in the chat, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.